to work.
There it is.
An error occurred.
No, it's live. We're live.
It says an error occurred.
No, I'm sure we're showing live on my screen. We're
Yeah,
live.
sorry about the technical difficulties. They seem to follow us wherever we go. Hello, everybody. It's Detroit Lions Talk. It's the Free for All Friday, and going to bring in my main man, the man of Steele himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Hey, welcome to It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. It is Friday. Hey, it is Free for All Friday. We look forward to bringing you some great content and talking about what's going on with the Lions. So, hey, let's go ahead and get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
Time to roar.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got John Kapler in the building. Leonard McCullough's in the building. Jimbo G. Hello, everybody. Big West Kivenden. Brian Stover. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, we're going to get right into it. We have our questions today. I'm trying to get to them because I'm the grandmaster of this thing, trying to figure it all out. So, all right, what do you think was the theme of the 2021 Detroit Lions NFL Draft? We'll go to you first, Curt.
Get nasty, get mean. You know what I'm saying? They wanted players that have a nasty disposition. You know, that we drafted mostly defensive guys or linemen. So, and they all have a nasty disposition. You know, they want to, play in the hurt business. So I love the fact that the Lions went out and got some guys that can put the hurt on some people. They are definitely the epitome of bite your kneecaps. It's just one of those things where we're trying to change the culture in Detroit, change the mentality in Detroit. And I think the draft went a long way to doing that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Pay Ragnow is greater than paying Galladay. Absolutely, for sure. 100%. I agree with that. Build the trenches first. That's what I always say. Val, what's your take on the 2021 draft for the Detroit Lions?
I'm saying that they just went all black and blue. We're going to beat the crap out of you.
You're rhyming.
Yeah.
Yeah, a poet and didn't know it. Yeah. No, I'm going to give my take on this now. I think that they went for people who love football, who want to play the game, who just that's what they live, eat, breathe, and then they went for the trenches and the big nasties. And I'll tell you what, I think this is going to be a good football team in a few years. I really do.
Yes, most definitely. They're building the consensus top 10 draft by national media. That's it's very rare that we see any national media give us any credit in Detroit. And right now they're loving what Brad Holmes is cooking in the kitchen right now for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Next question up for bids on the prices right here. No, I'm kidding. Dan Campbell went on Sirius XM and told everyone that the Lions are going to go to a 3-4 defense, a base 3-4. We've been thinking they were going 4-2-3. I'm sorry, I can't even count today. I'm exhausted if people don't know it. I'm just really tired.
Yeah, there's been multiple reports that it's going to be now because there was something else that was going to be a 4-2-5, was going to be a 3-3-5. It was come on. Though, just because a 3-4 is the base defense doesn't mean you're going to run it all the time, especially in this league. I think it's going to be more 3-3-5 just because of the fact that we're probably going to be in the nickel more than anything else for the majority of just because the league is a passing league and you have to have more defensive backs on the field. So that's just my thinking on what he said.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're going to be a nickel a lot this year. We need linebackers and 2 safeties. I totally agree with you, Jimbo G. We got some stuff on that later though. We did sign a safety today.
Yeah.
So we can get into that too. Hey Val, what do you think about the 3-4 defense that Dan Campbell was talking about?
Well, I don't know if he's going to exactly run that because as you've been saying, I've been looking at it too, that there's been multiple reports about what they're going to run. So I don't think that that's going to be a constant thing that they run all the time. But I do think that they might do that for quite a bit of the season, at least in working with these all these new players that they're bringing in.
Yeah, we just signed Nick Pickett from Oregon. He's played with Sewell. So that's a safety, and little information on him. He is basically just a strong safety. He doesn't have a lot of speed or recover speed, stuff like that. He's kind of an in-the-box run defense type of safety. But, hey, you never know if he'll catch on with us or not. What do you think of this guy, Curt? Did you get a chance to see him? Or?
Yeah, he brings the wood. I definitely like
He does.
Like
he can hit.
He fits the mentality of what the Lions are doing right now. I mean, Dan Campbell said that he wants tough, smart football players. He doesn't want great athletes that play football. So I think he fits that build. He's a tough, smart football player. And I wouldn't say don't get into the mix of too many labels, especially on this roster, because you're going to have some guys that are marked as defensive ends and going to play outside linebacker, or edge rusher. So it's going to be mixed in. It's just one of those things where parts are interchangeable. It's just going to be one of those things where you put a label on it if you want to, but it's going to be it is what it is. But I still think that the first shot was fired by Brad Holmes yesterday by releasing Kerryon Johnson.
That's a big
These
thing.
guys are on notice that your job is not safe with the Lions. This team will look a lot different than it did last year. I mean, this period. I mean, because there's going to be some guys that have been here for a minute, and they're going to be like, "Nah, it's time for you to roll out, partner." So, check it. I'm saying we'll see you later. I'm saying tip your wager on our way out, and we'll thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night, because we don't need you here because a lot of these players that we've talked about this before, they don't have availability. They don't have that. They're not going to be in Detroit very long.
That's right. Hey, here's one for you. Crazy Lions fan, one pride all day. What up, Doe?
What up, Doe? What's going on? Crazy Lion fan all day. Jimbo G says, Dan wants a defense that confuses other teams, other offenses. That is a
I just want a defense that doesn't confuse our own guys.
Yeah, and that's what we had last year. I mean, but though, if you can line up, and what I'm saying, and especially if you have a package of players, no one knows where anyone's coming from. If they're going to be blitzing, if they're going to be going in the coverage, that's a mark of a good defense where you can confuse the offense with protections, and then they never know who's coming. So, I mean, this is what it is.
You have to have those linebackers that can cover, though, and I don't think we have enough of those.
We have Anzalone.
For me, anyway.
We have Jamie Collins right now, so
Man, I don't know if Julian Acquire can cover or no.
I'm not sure. We have one. Reese Maben can cover. I know he can.
Reese Maben can cover.
He can cover. He can cover.
All right, Val's been quiet for too long. What are your thoughts on this? Well, we got a new safety.
I was reading the comments.
Huh?
What was the question? What?
She's reading the comments.
Oh, she's reading the comments. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Lions intelligently working from the inside out. The difference is going to be there. What's up, CJ? Big Wes. We will rush more than 3 guys like Fatty Matty did or Fatty Patty did.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've said this time, how in the hell has a defense that doesn't want to rush the passer and get sacks? Oh, that's not important. Who in the hell has that mindset?
Nobody.
I mean, especially in the NFC North, where you playing a game where all the teams in that division had great pass rushes.
Why is Tavai still here? Brian Stover asks. That's a very good question. I don't think I have an answer to that, but
I saw an article today. It named 4 Lions that could be definitely on their way out the door. Deshaun Hand was one, but the first one on the list was Jelani Tavai.
Yep, I agree with that too. I don't think he
should have been the first name on the list a long time ago. But
Tristan Williams says hi, Valerie, and then he says hi, Jim, and hi, Curt.
What up, young fella? What's going on with you?
We see your priorities there. Leonard McCullough says they don't need to play play man, they can play zone, just read the quarterback's hips and eyes. I think they're going to play a lot of zone this year, actually.
Yeah. I just think that with the roster they got, they're going to be doing that. John Kapler, Sewell wants that smoke. He said he wants to play against Aaron Donald. Boy, be careful what you wish for.
You're going to get that wish this year. I'm not sure he's going to go up against him, but somebody.
No, because Aaron Donald normally lines up in the middle. So, I mean, he's very rarely out on the edge. So, hey, but you know what, though? I applaud a young fella. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you wish for. But if you want to be the best, you got to play against the best. And right now, there's none better than Mr. Aaron Donald.
Yeah, Jimbo G was saying here that I agree with the depth at linebacker. We must address that immediately. If we're playing the 3-4 and we're playing it where we have only two true linebackers, let's put it that way, and the other guys are basically defensive ends in that linebacker position, we should be okay there at this point. But I don't know. I worry about the coverage of those two guys and if they're just going to rush them all the time or what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
The Bucs didn't have the mentality. Look what happens when one of the best quarterbacks is on the ground. Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, definitely. The defense needs to be a lot more aggressive than it's been. You know, this laid back and let them just run down the field before you stop them stuff is ridiculous.
Can't believe Stafford gave Quinn and Patricia a short, but not Holmes.
A shot and Big Dan. Okay, CJ, let me break this down for you, player. Let me stretch a little bit. All right, man. The guy had been in Detroit for years, or a decade plus, and he got tired of changing regime after regime after regime with the same results. The guy needed a fresh start. It wasn't about giving Stafford and Quinn and Patricia a shot. He didn't really have a choice in the matter. It was just one of those things where it was time for him to move on. So, did I like it? Hell no, I didn't like it. Of course, I wanted Stafford to be here. And I see all the memes saying like, "Well, now they get the offensive line," and with him looking kind of confused about what they're building here in Detroit. But it wasn't. It was another regime change. Sometimes, especially as a quarterback, you go through so many regime changes. You just like, look, man, I'm just tired. He was tired. You know what I'm saying? Look how many offensive coordinators he had. Too many to name, and just so many coaching staff. So I think it was just time for Stafford to move on.
Yeah, I agree with that. Manny 117 FTW. We're not going to say what that stands for. They're doing this the right way. Build the Lions first next year. Get a top linebacker and wide receiver. And Goff is going to be better than people think. Go Lions! We do that.
Oh, man. FTW is for the win.
Yeah, it's also other things.
Let's be all right. Verbal Nit says to buy a second-round pick, hopefully a scheme change will make him okay. Verbal Nit, you can Verbal King. Yeah. Tavai is no way in hell he ever should have been a second-round pick. That guy should have been a 7th-round pick or a 6th-round pick. I don't know what Bob Quinn was. He was trying to beat the Patriots to them. I think he fell for the okie doke. Well, we like Tavai, with him and his infinite wisdom and his connections to the Patriot staff, but he fell for the okie doke. He could have got that guy for a bag of peanuts instead of paying the big price he did for a 2nd-round pick.
Turning Tavai into the water boy would have made him more effective.
Yeah,
possible, but I'm not sure he could do water boy. He's a little slow.
I mean, he definitely needs to make he could have been the Lions Uber Eats driver, DoorDash or something. Because anything got to be better than what he has shown on the field.
Fat to buy. What's up, Mike?
What up, Micro Mike? What's going on, dude? So let's look at the next question. The next question says, what is one free agent you would pick up at this point for the Detroit Lions? I think Jim and I have this same kind of mindset. Trey Boston, safety, played down here in Carolina, still a young guy. or the young fella that plays was that Malik Hooker that played at the Indianapolis Colts. Two young guys. I think Hooker's a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But
every team needs a hooker.
Yep, but we just need that solidified safety help.
I'm gonna go off the rails a little bit here and say Trey Turner.
Okay.
Because I don't trust Big V at guard still. I know he had a foot injury and hadn't played all that well, but I haven't seen enough from him to say that he's good. And if at worst we got a backup solid guard, if someone goes down like Big V, and then at best we got him going back to his his Pro Bowl style and look at the offensive line then.
Somebody says Slows BBQ just hired Tavai to take your order.
That's awful.
That is always good. That is
what is better, a good offense or a real hard, strong defense? Depends on what you mean. I think a strong defense if you're going in that direction. But for me, that offensive line is incredibly important for running the ball and keeping the other offense off the field, which helps the defense a lot.
Well, Micro Mike, you know the old adage: offense wins games and defense wins championships. So you just look at the Super Bowl. That defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was just dominating the offensive line and just the Chiefs in general. So yeah, I would say myself as a strong defense.
What do you say, Val?
I say I've always been defense. Defense wins championships. I mean, but you do have to have at least an average offense to go along with it. Yeah.
I mean, look at some of those teams that made the Super Bowl. I mean, like the Rex Grossman Bears. What's that? The Baltimore Ravens when they played the Giants in the Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer was a trash quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He was
the 1985 Bears won from straight up from their defense, but their offense was trash.
So that defense got them there. So that's what I'm saying. I'm backing you up. That hard defense is what I agree with you 100%. That defense will win you a championship.
Yeah, I like that too. But I think we got that in the new nose tackle. We got McNeil, and the other guy we got Onwuzurike. Both of those guys.
There's some nasties.
There's some big nasties.
Yeah, they are.
I love it. We'll find a safety and a linebacker after the first June 1st cuts. Yeah, I agree with that. Art Allen, welcome back, buddy. We need 2 years before we're going to say we have a defense. I don't know. Possibly. Leave my Fresno State quarterback alone. Matthew Ferguson, man, holding it down.
Verbal Kent says today's game, the offensive line dictates the whole game. I don't know what that top is. Okay, can make a defense make a defense look great.
You need that strong defense to not. If you have your offense on the field all the time, if you have one side of the ball on the field all the time, they're going to tire out and they're going to fall apart.
Yeah, I like this from John Townsend. What do you think the ceiling and floor is record-wise this year? The floor, everybody gets hurt and underperforms. Ceiling, moon, and the stars align. I got them at 4-13. Ceiling, floor, ceiling is 9-8. I think 9-8 is it could be if everything aligns and everything goes well. Fine. I got them at about 5 wins to 7 wins, and I'm going to stick with that.
Vegas, the Vegas line for the Lions is about 5 wins right now.
Yeah. Yep.
So, TOP is time of possession, Curt.
Time of possession. Got it.
Okay.
You know what though? I agree. You know what though? That does help a weak defense. The time of possession, and I think it's what the Lions are going to try to do this year. Is they're going to try to keep that defense on the bench with thanks. I appreciate you, Matthew. Time of possession. I had a brain fart, excuse me. But you're going to try to run the ball, keep the defense off the field, keep the ball moving, and just eat that clock up. So I agree with you guys 100%. Time of possession does make a difference, but that defense will get you the ball back.
Mike's clowning now. I think Safety Harris is the best player to ever put on a Lions uniform.
Oh, you know what though?
He's got jokes.
He's talking about his Pee Wee team because he ain't talking about the Detroit Lions uniform. He's talking about the Pee Wee team.
Lions on the Prowl. You see Ragnow's press conference. I did see that. Yep. O-line will be top 5 or top 3. Oh, I gotta totally agree with you on that. I think we're the one guard away, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what does this one say? O or D? Come on, we're not that good. Can the coaching staff get us there? Not this year.
Nah, we're built. The Lions are still building. I mean, we got to have temper. Yeah, okay.
If Mike was here, you might agree.
Yeah,
Coach Mike. He likes Harris for some reason.
Goff is time of possession clock manager. Yeah,
he really is.
Yeah, I think so.
And he is, but you still need that strong defense for him to be a clock manager still.
Yeah,
right.
You need a defense to be able to stop the opponent to get him the ball back. Definitely.
Frank Ragnow becomes the highest paid center in the league. Thoughts, Curt?
All right, so I changed his name yesterday. He went from Frank the Tank to Big Bank Frank. Boy, the highest paid center in the NFL. He absolutely deserves it. Big Bank Frank deserves every.
Wow.
He's gonna be able to afford a lot more fishing trips with the money he's getting from the Lions.
I like the nickname Frank Rich now, but
Frank Rich now. Oh, I like that one.
Frank's Rich now.
Frank's Rich now. That is a good one. I like that one too.
Mike goes, I'll explain why Harris is so great. LOL, just kidding. I can't explain. That cannot be explained.
We all know it cannot be. Yeah, but Frank Ragnow deserves all that money and more. I mean, that's this guy. He is the guy went out because someone damaged his throat last year, and he sat out a game. The guy sat out a game and came back. You know what I'm saying?
He played with a fractured throat.
You know what I'm saying? Sat out one game, came back, and was like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot get any better than that. That's just it. He's a key cog in the wheel for the Detroit Lions. He is a building block. So my man, Mr. Sherlock himself knew what he was doing when he made that wise decision to make sure he paid.
There's another one. There's another one, Curt. Mac says rags to riches.
Rags to riches. Yeah, rags to riches. Yeah. Hey man, I ain't mad. Get your paper, baby.
I think that this says that they are invested in our offensive line. They're invested in the trenches. This is where they want to build, and this is where the money's going to go. And I can't think of a better way to spend it. I'll be quite honest, I have not seen that in this franchise. Look at Graham Glasgow. We just let him go. You know what I mean? Not that he's the best lineman in all of football or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But he was solid in Detroit. So, I mean, sometimes when you go somewhere, the grass is not always greener on the other side. So he went there. He went out there to Denver, and he's been struggling out there. So
right. Hold on a second. Take the
crazy Lions fan, one pride all day, says if we just gave Graham Big V's money, none of this would be up for debate. Top 2 line easily. Well, about top 2, like we still have that kind of that one little. I mean, if Graham's there, I don't know if it's the top 2, but it's up there. It's one of the tops in the league, definitely.
Hey, Mike, do you have a Twitter? I don't have my I can't get you the link if you wanted to join. That's what I was trying to do, guys. Sorry about that. Mike said he wanted to join, and I can't. Yeah. Hold on. Let's go to the next question real quick while I try to work that out.
Okay, what's up? What we got?
The Adam Schefter thing, and I'm going to throw this one to Val right away.
I know Val got
Adam Schefter admitted that he had no sources, and I can barely read this, guys. My screen is really darkened. Can you read this, Curt? I cannot do it.
So for reports are that Adam Schefter went on the Dan Patrick show and admitted that he had no sources and it was not breaking news when he said that Aaron Rodgers wanted out of Green Bay. He said he just happened to put it out there, and on day one of the NFL draft. Thoughts, Val? I know you have something very, very important to say about this topic.
Okay, so before I go into my rant, because I was so livid about this yesterday.
Yeah.
People need to understand where my opinion is coming from. I have been a digital media professional for almost a decade.
Right.
And when Jim showed me this story yesterday, I was absolutely shocked. The first thing out of my mouth was, is this man trying to commit career suicide? I listened to the interview, and he was directly asked, said, who called you? Who texted you? And then Adam Schefter sipped on his BS juice and went and said, well, people always wonder where stories come from. And most of the time that they're wrong. They don't have to wonder about stories when you're a journalist. Because as a journalist, you're supposed to have sources to back up your facts. That doesn't mean that you have to release your sources, because sometimes sources are protected.
Right.
But in order to be news, it is supposed to be backed by source. That is day one training.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely his behavior on this interview was so deplorable and egregious. I couldn't even believe it. He sat up there and he said, well, I have no sources. I based all of this on an accumulation of information, which means gossip, because if there's no sources, where are you getting the story from?
It's definitely rumor, yeah.
It's all rumor. Then you had the cojones to go and say, well, what does it matter if I released it today, tomorrow, next week? I just happened to be on draft day. You know what?
Yeah, that hijacked the draft for. And now I will say this: those players still got their shine, but it did hijack most of the draft coverage throughout most of the day. You had the ESPN, and even the NFL Network guys were kind of concentrated on that, but especially pre-draft, so that was the big story. I mean, the whole draft. So wondering if Green Bay is going to take a quarterback to, or what they're going to do. Are they going to try to trade for Aaron Rodgers? And now I will say this. Now I think it's still some validity to Aaron Rodgers wanting out of Green Bay. But you could have handled that differently at Mr. Schefter. And I'm always I like Schefter, but I don't like this story at all.
Absolutely, because he went out and said that day, I have some breaking news for you after the break.
Now, in TV, what I'm saying, they want the story, those guys over there, and they want breaking news. And sometimes, I don't know if he just fell victim to that. Like, well, I got something I could put out because, draft day, unless you're talking about the draft picks, and the first couple of picks of that draft was pretty much already set in stone. So there wasn't going to be any really drama until you really got into the San Francisco pick. But it's just, Schefter could have did a better job with that. And you're going on the Dan Patrick show and putting that out there. That wasn't a good look for Schefter.
No, it's not. To me, it destroys his credibility, and it also angers a lot of the people that are in the digital media world. I mean, this is not just some run-of-the-mill beat writer who just this is a guy who has specialized access to people in the NFL that very few people have access to. Yeah. And you're just telling me that you're running a BS story on no sources, just gossip for ratings boost. What are you, TMZ?
Yeah,
come on.
It wasn't a good look. Hey, what's up? No, hey, we got welcome to the show. First time meeting him at all. Micro Mike,
really?
Detroit Lions talk. Never met him before. How you doing, my man?
I am living the dream. What is going on, YouTube? This is Mr. Micro Mike, and today I'm on Lions on the Prowl. And you want to know what's not fake news? That I'm on here. This is actually me in the flesh. What is going on? And thanks for having me on for a moment.
Oh, no problem. I'm sorry it took so long. It was just I was trying to get the link to you. That's what I was trying to do all this time. But hey, welcome on, Mike.
Yeah, man.
What's good,
how do you
dude?
Oh, you know what? What is up? A lot of things is up. The sky is up right now. My light that is giving me the looks. I see people like, oh my God. Hey, that's facts. But how do you like the concept of Kerryon Johnson gone?
I think he earned it.
Yeah, come on, I'm trying to drink my juice, man.
All right, I gotta wait for the jokes. No, I mean, me and Curt disagree on this, but I didn't see him have the fire that I felt that Dan Campbell wants on this team.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to put it that way.
well,
I'm putting it nice. I'm going to put it in a nice way.
yeah, I understand. I don't know if his personality fits what Dan Campbell does, or how he is. But we have a disagreement. He said, "Well, he didn't love football." I said, "Well, I don't agree with that because the guy, he came back time after time after time after time after every injury." And then he took a role where he had a reduced role, and he made the best out of that role. It became one of the best blocking, actually, really the best blocking running back in the league. I mean, he took his role, he knew his role, and he made it, what he could for himself. But the injuries just killed him. I didn't think he was going to make the roster this year. Just to be honest with you, when you saw the draft and then you saw them bring in a younger guy like Jamal Williams, I don't think he was going to make the roster. But to say he didn't have love for football, I didn't agree with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Well, he posts pictures on the beach. Well, he was posting pictures of his workouts, and then people were kind of getting on him about that stuff because he was working out down at Auburn with some of his college guys down there. But it's just is what it is. I mean. And I like Kerryon Johnson. So, I wish him well wherever he goes, because most guys, if I don't like you, I'll tell them tip your weight on the way out. You know what I'm saying? And, but with him, hey man, safe travels, you know what I'm saying, for guys I like. So, but
tip your waiter on the way out.
Yeah, tip your like Desmond Trufant or, another guy, hey man, tip your weight on the way out because you can go. Man. But Kerryon Johnson, I just think that he just can't stay healthy. I mean, this regime, I'm letting it be known now, if you cannot have the ability to stay on the field, you will not be in Detroit very long.
And it's never good to have a Steve Austin knee brace on a running back.
Yeah.
One of my colleagues said that last night. I thought that was perfect.
I heard that. Nomas J, y'all too hard on KJ for real. I love you, Nomas, but no, we're not too hard on him. He's a professional athlete.
Yeah.
It's like he's supposed to be out there performing. Why do we feel sorry for people that get paid all this money to play a sport?
If you can't, you're fired. Same. That's it.
That's it. Adios amigo. We need to get the best players in here because this team has been notoriously bad for multiple years. And guess what? If you're not producing, you can produce outside of Detroit. That's perfectly fine. But we need knee biters. We need leg chewers. We need throat punchers. We need some tough son of a gun, blue collar, wearing a mail, just going at it in Detroit. And right now, when it comes to Kerryon Johnson, look, he's like me. He's broken, surgeries. You touch him, you may break something there. Something may fall off, tendon. We need to have some bulldozers right now. And so right now, I'm happy that he's gone. We got still more turnover to do for this football team, but it's one less guy. Now, Tavai is the next one on my hot seat. Mr. No-Fly Tavai, because this guy cannot run, man.
We call him Turtle Tavai here.
Turtle Tavai. That's a good name, man. But in this actual scenario, the tortoise doesn't win the race. You actually got to have some speed.
Yeah, you do. And I don't know where he fits on this defense either. I'm having a hard time seeing that too. What were your thoughts, Mike, on the Mike, on the NFL draft this year? What did you see as a theme of the people that we took, kind of a synopsis on that? Because we haven't really got to talk to you that much.
Ooh, you know what? A big theme that I seen. It's a lot of Dan Campbell type of guys. We got Penei Sewell, my favorite player. I was so excited. Oregon Duck. That's what's up. Bulldozing, punching peoples. Then we get Levi. Oh, because I can't say his name. He's
Onwuzurike.
Yeah, Onwuzurike. I destroy his name all the time, but he's in there to get after the passer a little bit. We turn around and get McNeil. Stop gap guy. He ain't going to let no more individuals run down their throats like we've been seeing. We turn around and get Amon-Ra St. Brown. What is he pretty good at? Well, everything. And the fact he's also good at run blocking. You're seeing this team transform from a finesse football team in which I've hated for year after year after year to a black and blue team that's, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Yep.
And I love it.
I see that too.
Yes, throat punches. Okay, we're going to kick you. All right, we're going to kick you when you're down. That's what I see. I absolutely love it. This is how you build a football team. Not finesse.
I think what I see too is blocking to the next level, which we really haven't had a lot of till Frank Ragnow got here. I think Penei Sewell is a guy that you can toss and sweep with, and we can get to the outside for once. I think we've had a liability at that right tackle position for a long time, and I think we finally got somebody there that he's a monster. Not only a monster, he's fast. I mean, I love Penei Sewell. Love the pick. I love Onwuzurike and McNeil. That kind of combination there. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of first step quickness. They get in the backfield. They disrupt the play. We get a lot of pass rush from the interior, which I like. Yes. Val, what else have you seen in this new team that the Lions are trying to field this coming year?
I've seen, not just in this with this team alone, but in the entire NFC North. I mean, there's some big boys. This is a big boy league right now. I mean, these are guys that definitely like to eat a sandwich. Okay. Yeah. So it is. You can tell that this is going into old school smash mouth football.
It really is. It really is. What do you got on that, Curt?
It's turning back into what Chris Berman used to call the NFL Norris division, where it's a whole bunch of you got some smash mouth, black and blue. It's one of those things where you're going to be hurt, and it wasn't just the Lions. You look at some of the things the Bears did and the Vikings did. I don't know about Green Bay because I don't really care about those jackasses up there in Green Bay. But
no one cares about those guys.
But they do have some smash mouth guys up there in Green Bay. So it's one of those things where it's going to be a nasty competitive division for the next couple of years, and I like to see that Detroit is throwing their hat in the ring to be just as nasty as the other guys in the division.
You know what I really like seeing? Aaron Rodgers and throwing his fits. Isn't this just a godsend to watch what's going over there in Green Bay?
There was a lot on that today, Mike, where it looks like a lot of that didn't really have much base to it.
well, hold on.
We don't know that, but I'm saying
he never did that. It was never denied. He wants out of Green Bay. That's one thing. Now the way he reported it may have been shady. But he wants out of Green Bay.
There's no evidence for that. There's no source for that, Curt. None.
Yeah, the dude wants out of Green Bay. Now, they've talked to some players. They've talked to people who are close to Aaron Rodgers. They say he wants out of Green Bay.
There's no source means they did not talk to anybody. Accumulation of information is PR.
I'm not talking about Schefter. I'm not talking about Schefter. Some players that are close to him or people that are close to him have been interviewed and have been on radio shows, and they've said the same thing. And that they've said that he wants out of Green Bay.
It's all smoke and mirrors. All smoke and mirrors.
You think it's all smoke and I don't because they
I think there's some smoke to the fire, but I was just referring to the fact that when Adam Schefter came out and said that he had no sources on it. He went on Dan Patrick and said that he had no sources for it. Nobody called him, nobody texted him. And basically it's just been accumulation over the whole offseason. He decided to break it on that day.
On that day,
that sucks.
I cannot.
Yeah, did you see that? There's a video with
I
Pat
haven't-
McAfee show that has the whole thing on there.
I have not seen it. I
yeah,
literally
yeah.
just woke up a little bit ago.
He was on the
doing my
Dan
work
Patrick
right
show.
now, so I don't know.
Yeah, he was on the Dan Patrick show, and Dan Patrick asked him. He says, "So, take me through how this went." He says, "Did you get a phone call? Did you get a text?" He goes, "No. This has been an accumulation of the facts over what I've been hearing the whole off season." He says, "Okay, so what was your sources?" He goes, "There were no sources." That's what he said, flat out.
But here's
I wish I had the clip. I would play it. I really would.
Well,
here's
that
the thing for
sucks.
me.
It was a
I hope
bombshell.
he's still gone, though. Come on, man.
Me too.
Get out of here.
Don't
Go-
kill my
go
dreams,
somewhere.
man.
I'll say this, Val, and speaking from like if anybody doesn't know, that's what I went to his school. I went to Dan Patrick School of sportscasting down there in Florida, and he's a tough interviewer, and he would definitely says ask the tough questions. He said there's a couple things you need to do. Find a nugget that of information that someone really doesn't want to, that doesn't know. They want to hear that when you're doing a show and in interviews. Don't be afraid to ask the tough questions. Ask tough, open-ended questions, to get good answers. But as Schefter, who has worked at ESPN for years and was there during the Dan Patrick era, at the end of it, he should know that Dan Patrick is going to ask him that type of question. And if he wasn't prepared for it, that's just a bad look on him.
Now, and here's the other thing for me. Aaron Rodgers, since when has Aaron Rodgers ever been silent about being a diva about an issue? When he has a strong opinion on something, and if he wants out of Green Bay, you don't think that we would have heard it directly from his mouth by now?
I don't know. I
I don't know about this one.
I don't know. He doesn't say much.
He's
usually.
a weird guy. He's a different type of cat.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get interviewed at the Kentucky Derby. He was just like, no.
He also could have said, "No, I don't want out of Green Bay." That'd have been.
Yeah, if it, what I'm saying,
He could have said that too.
I think that there's some when was it may not be from exactly where the fire came from, but when there's there's smoke somewhere, and there's people who's close to Aaron Rodgers that has repeated that say that he does not want to be out there in Green Bay. So I don't see how it's going to work out.
I care.
You heard it by now. He might have a question about it. He might be looking to, gain some kind of advantage over the thing. And this is why this PR thing is going on. But if he absolutely wanted out of Green Bay, we would have heard it.
We have to disagree on this one. I mean, it is, we have to, professionally disagree. I think here's my deal though. If he just chooses to sit out or he doesn't want to play, he owes a lot of money to Green Bay. He will have to pay back an upwards of $30 million back to the Packers if he decided to retire.
I don't know what's going to happen there
with bonuses and all this roster and salary. So he will owe a lot of money back to Green Bay. Do I see him suiting up for Green Bay this year? I honestly don't know. I mean, he's made a lot of money in his career, but still, I don't know. I wouldn't want to give $30 million back to an organization, but
that's why I say he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and then they had that
money back.
Andrew said, Rodgers to Denver, but all of a sudden they said that was not a story either. That wasn't going to happen, but that was a done deal. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was
according
a done deal. It was going to happen.
Marshall
and all
Irvin,
this.
out there at a different radio show. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on for a moment. My report just completed because I'm actually working, and it gave me 15 minutes to chit chat. But I thought I'd come on and say what's up, man, and appreciate getting on.
Appreciate you, Micro Mike. We're gonna shout you out here in a minute.
Yeah, hey, appreciate it, man. Y'all have a great weekend.
Love you too, man.
You too, Micro.
Thanks for popping on when you could.
Yep. Peace out.
Peace out, man.
All
right. Miles Gibbs with the $10 super chat. He says, hey, guys, what's up? Just got off work early to join my Prowl family. Do you guys know if Hooker or Trey Boston have signed? As far as I know, neither have.
No, I will check it out right quick for you.
Yeah, check it out for him and see that. Thank Micro Mike for being there. If you have not subscribed to his channel, go over there and subscribe to his channel. Let me see. Hello, Andrew. What's up, Andrew?
Man, Andrew, that's my guy over there.
Yep.
A big shout out to him, man. And I can't wait for your show to come back on. Andrew, you're doing big things, baby.
You're going to be doing some big things, Andrew. Hit me up though, sometime about your show and stuff like that, because he has his own YouTube channel. If you didn't know, but right now it's on hiatus for just a little while. It'll be coming back, I hope, pretty soon. All right, guys. Here is the last question while Curt's looking this up. What is one sleeper that we either drafted or undrafted free agent that we acquired? What's a guy that you think is going to make the team or is going to be? Andrew Solsey coming back soon. All right. We're looking forward to it, Andrew. But what is a guy that you guys think is under the radar? That I'll just go first with mine, and I think it's the running back out of Oregon. I really do. I think he's going to make the team, and also I think he's going to be involved a little bit. I think that he's a lot better than what he was last year. He had a little bit of an injury, and then the other guy took his spot. So then he came back, took it back, but he didn't play as well in his last season as he did the season before. I think he's got a lot of upside. I actually saw some of his high school games, so I thought he's a pretty darn good little running back. I think he's got some shiftiness to him. He's got a lot of power. He's got a little bit of speed. I really do like him. Miles Gibbs says, I like Boyd. Adams Jr. is the sleeper. Okay. Jonathan Adams. Okay.
Did you get
that,
Jim?
Okay. Now I got the information.
Okay.
Now let's look at some big names that are out, like the names that are out there at safety right now. All right. So we got Malik Hooker is unsigned. You have Trey Boston, who was unsigned. You have Jeff Heath, who was unsigned. You have Bobby McCain, Kenny Vaccaro are still unsigned. These are some big name safeties that are still out there on the market. And Bradley McDougal is one guy. Well, he's a little older, but we've got some big name safeties out there on the board. And let's look at some of the ages of these guys. I mean, they're young, talented. McCain's 28. He's under 30. You have Trey Boston, who's 29. Malik Hooker, who's 25. So you got some guys out there who could make some differences on a team they signed with out there on the safety market.
Sounds good. Dr. Detroit, I guess my chat don't work. It does work. It was Mike had to go because he had work, and he had private messaged me that he was going to have to go. So that's why I couldn't ask that question.
Did you get Miles Gibbs' super chat here?
Yeah,
we did.
Okay.
That's why Curt was looking that up. You want Sage Surratt? I like him, but I don't think he wins as many 50-50 balls as I'm happy with. But I mean, it's up to you guys. But running back out of Oregon State, yeah, I agree with that. That's the guy I have as my sleeper. Do you have a guy as your sleeper, Curt?
My guy as a sleeper right now to make the team is there's that Dedrick Mills, the big bruising running back out of Nebraska. We need that goal line punisher down there. I know we have with DeAndre Swift can get in the end zone down in the goal line and with Jamal Williams, but I like that big bruising 220-pound back because all the other guys is around 210 pounds. So, you put that 220-pound frame down there in the goal line. That's why I kind of want to make the team down there, just to give us that option to when we get down to the goal line.
Steve-O says Malik Hooker is a great talent, but he can't stay healthy. He's perfect. Sign him today. Just kidding.
Because he fits the mantra when healthy.
Yo, what up, Devin99? Good to see you here.
What's good, man?
Hooker's going to be injury prone as hell. What'd you say, Val?
I said, what's up? I said, what's up to Devin?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Bruce Betterly, I wonder how much it would cost for a hooker. Well, I'm not sure in your neighborhood, but
no, not for a hooker. For you stupid as hell. I ain't messing with you, man. Okay, undrafted who most resembles Campbell is going to make the team. I believe that's the young guy out of Notre Dame. Huge guy. I think his name was Brock or something like that. I mean, the tight end. Definitely. All right, Curt. Alan asked me, how do I watch the Lions in North Carolina? I can't find a way to watch them regularly. Now, it's going to be a stream. I was streaming it online because I have the last couple of seasons. I was a student, so I was getting the discounted price for my Sunday ticket. But I'm gonna have to find a way to look at the games here in North Carolina for the upcoming season. So the short answer is I'll let you know.
And Curt is spelled with a C. Everybody.
Yeah, Curt is with a C, please.
It's still worth the risk. I can see Sage Surratt making it. Nobody says that. I'm not sure about that.
Don Burr says, Steve-O, where you been? He was talking to his boy Steve-O.
I try to watch more, but I'm in school. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There, you can catch the replay anytime, though.
Yeah,
it's
catch the replay anytime, definitely.
I think there's definite smoke and fire to the Rodgers thing. He would have come out and denied it by now, it says James Gurns. Yeah,
you know what? He may get Allstate to pay his $30 million for him. You know what I'm saying?
Hooker would be cheap because of the injuries.
Farm. Yeah. Amos. Now I did see him. Amos,
I like Amos too.
Amos, what was his name? DeAndre Amos, or I don't know how to specify.
He's a hitter.
He's a big hitter. The guy under the radar is the linebacker safety out of Marshall, excellent tackler, but he has some of that Tavai disease. Frankie wore like a 4.7 40 at his pro day. I mean, he's really, really slow. But we'll see. Detroit Lion fan man says at Art Allen, I can't remember. He kind of passed it up right quick. NFL bite or what the heck?
Chan Fee are both.com.
Okay, cool.
So he's trying to get him some ways to watch the
all right, right. Hey. You know what though? I will say this. We had some, kind of some breaking news that happened. You know what I'm saying? I did have an announcement. It's okay, Art Allen. It's cool. It's cool. If you guys did not see it, the NFL the Lions did release their upcoming schedule for their offseason program. So I definitely did announce this last night on the Die Hard Den podcast. So go over there and check that thing out. You know what I'm saying? But it is the Lions rookie minicamp is going to be from May 14th to May 16th. OTAs right now is May 25th through 27th, then June 2nd to June 4th, with the last OTAs being June 14th to June 17th. Now, in between the last two OTAs, you're going to have the mandatory minicamp from June 8th to June 10th. And the league has informed teams that they are now open to resume their season COVID protocol activities.
Steve-O says that I like Jonathan Adams as a wide receiver, but I don't know if he offers anything in special teams. And I think an undrafted free agent makes the team. He's going to have to be a good special teams player. Yeah, I agree with that as well. But yeah, they got now. Do we know yet if they're going to have in-person activities now, or where are we at on that? Do we know that yet or no? Your mic is gone. Something's wrong with your.
Oh yeah, they have been cleared to resume their season in a COVID protocol activity. So they come in, they get tested. You know what I'm saying? So it's still going to be probably a mix of virtual and like on the field stuff.
Yeah, we got time for your questions now. Put them in the chat below, and we're going to get to those. Hey, Val, what are you feeling about your Bears this year? Give me a little Bears update.
Well, according to a lot of the sources that I've seen, apparently we won the draft in the NFL.
Okay. News to me.
Right. Well, there was this Reddit user that was interesting. He took all the NFL analysts and he graded, he took all their grades and made a GPA, and apparently we won. So I like what we've kind of done. I'm a little bit mixed on a few of the guys, but we'll just see how it goes and see how it plays out. I never trust anything. We still have to deal with Nagy as the play caller. So, it is what it is.
Hey, Curt, what's the deal on safety Nick Pennant, the Oregon Duck?
All right, Oregon
Duck. Detroit Lions.
Box safety, hard-hitting guy, not too good in coverage, but he fits a role that we may need, as a strong safety. So he is purely a strong safety. He is not one of those guys you want to put out there in coverage because he'll be what? Burnt toast.
He'd be a piece of toast.
Yeah, he'd be definitely.
Detroit Lions. Oh, this is at Steve-O. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope Fields plays this year. I got my popcorn ready. Fields will get injured.
Fields will get. Have they addressed the offensive line enough for you, Val?
I believe that they addressed a big portion of it. They've got, Lazy Eye Jenkins, who probably, and then they've got that big dude now that's probably going to play right alongside him as guard, who's, he's about an offensive line himself. So, he's as big as Refrigerator Perry. So,
okay.
I think that they've what they've done is they have taken a hole that where in a position where the quarterback has to run to save his life, that he's going to be able to do that. So hopefully we won't see Dalton or Fields on his rear end the entire season.
That sounds good to me. Steve-O said, I thought the Bears had a good draft. Jenkins and Khalil Herbert were some of my favorite players in the NFL draft.
Fields is dangerous because of the fact that he plays recklessly. He really, if you watch his film, he plays recklessly. Okay. And playing recklessly in the NFL, you're going to get yourself killed, bro. That's just the way it is.
Jimbo G agrees with you. He says once Fields plays this year, he'll get injured and be running scared.
Absolutely. You can call him Trubisky 2.0 all you like, but the way he runs, if you watch his feet, he's all over the place with his legs. He's going to get killed.
I just got an announcement to make in a few minutes here about 1 o'clock. We have the Die Hard Den podcast coming out, and we got the Shawnee J coming up with some majorly cool takes. Tell us a little bit more about Die Hard Den and what's coming today.
All right, so Shawnee J, we break down the moves that Brad Holmes has made. The episode is called Brad is Making Himself at Home in Allen Park. So we discuss all the moves that he's been making for the Detroit Lions as a general manager. We look at some of the undrafted free agents as well. Shawnee J gives his take, and we just cover a ton of Lions news and rumors in this upcoming episode. It's fun. We crack some jokes, and Shawnee J, we have this running thing. We've been talking about this guy for a couple of years now, and it's just he just keeps coming back up. So Shawnee J gives some great takes, man. That dude, he knows his stuff. And we just have a good time over there on the Die Hard Den podcast. So check us out. We have a great time on this latest episode.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's on the Die Hard Den podcast YouTube channel, or how else can they find that, Curt?
They could definitely find it on our Facebook page, the Die Hard Den podcast. That's where we posted in it today. So you can check it out either on YouTube or on Facebook.
That sounds great. We're going to go into our final thoughts now. And Val, we're going to start with you. What are your final thoughts for this wonderful Free-for-All Friday?
Oh man, you guys, it's amazing. It's always fun to get to chat with everybody and share all the different perspectives of what's going on. From we've got something unique here where we were able to look at things from other teams' perspectives. So it's really, really cool. So I love Free for All Fridays, and we're going to continue to keep doing those in the future because they're just so much fun. And I'm looking forward to the NFL season starting. Let's get this going.
I can't wait. My final thoughts for today, the build that we're doing is amazing. They're building the way they should. Giving Frank Ragnow that extension is amazing. That's exactly what they should have done. Keep your great players happy. Bringing in Penei Sewell, doing the right things. So far, I love what they're doing. Keep it up, Lions, and I can't wait to see them coming up this fall. I wish it was tomorrow. I wish I had that little click remote so I could fast forward.
Yeah, definitely. All right, my final thoughts for today's show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You got Jimbo G, Verbal Kent, Tristan Williams, Kate, CJ, so many people, the Detroit Lions fan man, just so many people. Steve-O, the doctor is always in. It's always good to see Bruce Betterly, to see just the people, the family for us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So, hey, you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, baby. We are home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And Cinnamon, have a great weekend yourself. Big Andrew, thank you again. So it's free for all Friday. You know how we do it. We just like to have fun with you guys and come in here and just talk Lions football and then have some different perspectives. Shout out to Micro Mike for dropping in on us as well. We appreciate you hollering at us, big fella, and come by anytime on a free for all Friday. Big shout out to our other hosts that I couldn't make today. Coach Mike, over there, OMG is Lions Talk, and RachelMarieSports. And congratulations to her. Her nuptials are this weekend. So congratulations to you, young lady, and to your new husband. We really send out well wishes to you and your new family. So you know what you got to do, baby. It's the weekend. It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. What? Enjoy your weekend, people. And whatever you do in life, you know what you got to do, baby. Hey, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the queen of the Prowl, Val, and my man, Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.